Discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Caroline thought 2 people are dead after police say they tried to rob security guards outside a Beach Grove bar. It happened around 10 o'clock this morning outside the Grove Bar. That is on South Emerson Avenue and Alton Street. 24-hour News 8's Megan Sanctorum is here with more on the investigation. Megan.
Yeah, Caroline, police identified one of the 2 people killed as 29-year-old Seth Easley. The second person who was shot and killed, a 14-year-old boy.
Flashing lights and crime scene tape surrounded the Grove Bar for hours early Saturday morning. City leaders say on-duty security guards were sitting in their car when they found themselves in the middle of a robbery.
The 2 deceased walked up to the car, pulled a gun on the 2 security guards, and said, "Give me everything you have." And they said, "We don't have anything except the cell phone." He said, "Give me your cell phone."
That's when the mayor says one of the security guards pulled out his gun and fired at the 2 people trying to rob him. Police say those 2 were 29-year-old Seth Easley and a 14-year-old boy. Both were pronounced dead on scene.
Bottom line, you'd think that there would be enough with all this, because there is the loss of life, there is that going on, and it's a very polarizing story. People can fall on either side of it and feel bad either way, but tragic is probably the best way just to say it.
Nobody else was injured, but police say situations like this put the whole community at risk.
We don't want anybody to die doing a robbery. I mean, that's not the sentence for robbery. Is death, right? But if you do a robbery, things like this can happen to the person doing the robbing, to the other person, to somebody just in the neighborhood.
I am very disheartened with society. We could do a lot better. There's something wrong when 14-year-old kids should be home. This was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Detectives will meet with prosecutors in the coming days. At this point, the mayor says he believes it's unlikely any charges will be filed. Megan Sanctorum, 24-hour News.
Siobhan, it's going to be jail time for the father and just probation for the mother in this case. I was there and saw everything wrap up, but there's still a lot of loose ends. We don't know how this little boy died. Timothy Young and Brittany Hill recently pleaded guilty to burying their infant son in a field sometime last winter. It's believed they dug him up and reburied him, then fled to Ohio, where they were eventually arrested in July. The parents were charged with concealing the death of their son. Today, Timothy Young was sentenced to 300 days in jail with credit for time served of 156 days. Brittany Hill did not receive any jail time. She was given probation for 2 years and is ordered to get psychological help. It's never been proven how that baby died, so the judge says that's why he gave them what seems like such low sentences. The parents didn't have anything to say in court today, but Hill's attorney talked about how she was influenced by her boyfriend.
She's a kid. And I think she got put in a situation, I mean, as you read, Judge, she woke up to him screaming. She woke up to him saying, "This is what we have to do." But I don't think you can say it was her decision. I think she was being played a little bit by an overbearing person.
Hill gave birth to a new baby last month. Today it was revealed in court that she does not have custody of that child and it's being cared for by foster care. Here for you live in the Jackson newsroom, Aaron Dimmick, 6 News.
Michael, Richmond police need your help to find a burglary suspect who fled the scene by stealing a car. Police say the picture you see here is the suspect in that stolen car at a drive-through at the White Oak Village Shopping Center just 2 hours after the burglary last month. Officers later found that car in the 2800 block of Woodcliff Avenue. If you know who this man is, please call police.
One person has been arrested in connection to a shooting that seriously injured a 2-year-old girl in Santee. The shooting happened yesterday evening. SLED investigators say a stray bullet hit the toddler in the back seat of a car after an argument on Bonner Avenue. She was taken to Palmetto Health Richland Hospital, where she remains tonight. We're still waiting for the identity of the suspect to be released.
I was going to allow that to happen, right? Like, I told her immediately that I'm going to call the police.
Angela Persod was furious when she and her husband noticed the burns on her son Xander's fingers and legs. The boy told them they came from this, a red-hot curling iron. When they rolled back their nanny cam video, they were horrified.
You see her with the curling iron. She tests it to make sure it's hot. And then when he jumps because it burns him, she continues to touch his foot again and then goes for his hands a few times.
Detectives arrested the boy's nanny, 21-year-old Nosifo Nixmalo of Harlem, and charged her with assault. Investigators say she later admitted she became frustrated with Xander and tried to discipline him. It was a long week and I was tired, she is quoted as saying. The child wouldn't listen, so I wanted to discipline him with the iron, so I burned him with it. End quote.
She did say it was just very frustrating. He was being bad earlier. She said he hit her earlier. Well, he's going to be 3, you know. There's a reason why they call it the terrible twos. They do that a lot.
Xander will turn 3 next week. Although he was not seriously burned and was not hospitalized, his family says he seems shaken by the incident. Angela says the nanny had worked for them for just a few weeks, but tonight she's worried.
It's the most disgusting thing. I mean, you see someone physically, someone you trust. This isn't something that just happens once. So my heart skips beats because I don't know what I don't know.